Postman is a powerful tool for API exploration and development. As an API client, Postman makes it easy to send any type of HTTP request. In this video, we'll break down everything that goes into sending a request. So the first thing to look at is this address bar here that you can click into and customize. This represents the address to which we're going to send our actual request. Let's go ahead and get started by just clicking this blue send button. And this is the heart of sending an API request. You'll notice down here on the bottom, we sent the request to the server. It sent us back this response. This is the response body. But we're going to collapse this for now and look at it in a later video because this one's just going to focus on customizing the request. So this was a basic GET request. If I wanted to make it a little bit more advanced or customized, I could go ahead and add some query params. I'm going to come down here and enter them. And if I wanted to say foo as the key and bar as the value, you'll notice that it automatically gets appended to our URL up here. Because I don't actually want to send this, I'm going to uncheck it, and you'll notice that it automatically will be removed from the query parameter. Awesome. So this is a basic GET request, but let's go ahead and we're going to look at some of these other options for customization while we're looking at a POST request. So I'm going to click this Add New Customer Request. And now you'll notice we have a different HTTP verb here. Now we're sending a POST request. Another thing to notice is that we're using a variable. So this double curly brace notation in Postman represents a variable. And in this case, the API URL represents the same base URL that we were using for our previous request, but now it's something that's reusable throughout this collection. And let's click this dropdown just to get an idea of what kind of HTTP verbs you can send. So you have all your classics: get, post, put, patch, delete, etc., including a whole bunch of others that we're not going to use for this video. From here, let's go ahead and look at some of the other tabs that we can use to control a request. So here's authorization. Now, authorization is going to be how you authenticate a request. In this case, we're using an API key. And if I were to click this dropdown, we can see that Postman handles all sorts of authorization. I'm going to do this for now. And here our key value is auth key hello, and you can see that it's automatically attached to the header. So no matter what kind of authorization an API sits behind, Postman will be able to handle that. Now let's look at headers. Now headers are going to be the metadata associated with the API request. In this case, we can see we're using a variable again. And if I scroll up, you can see that the auth key from the previous authorization tab is included in the header here. And lastly, let's go ahead and look at this body tab. Now this is going to be where you attach your data that you're sending to the server. In this case, we're sending raw JSON, but you can see that there's quite a few other options depending on the radio button you hit here. If you wanted to go ahead and send a file, you click binary, select file, and this would allow you to send a file over to the server. Let's stick with raw JSON for now. I'm going to click send again, just like before, and you'll notice we're going to get a response from the server that populates down in this bottom pane. That's it for this video. If you want to know more about inspecting a response, go ahead and watch the next video.